we talk frequently enough.
Steve Bannon's worldview echoes loudly in Trump's speeches, with retribution, a central theme of Bannon's war room, a cornerstone of the Trump campaign.
In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior, I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
Some of those who served Trump and crossed him say they're worried. Stephanie Grisham, who was the communications director, the press secretary, communications director for chief of staff for the First Lady.
You're not talking about people like that. That's ridiculous.
She says that she's worried about being charged with treason.
That charges come up.
I mean, you made a promise on your show, as you said, that the attorney general will be in prison.
100%.
So you're not just talking about investigation. Is Bill Barr on the retribution list?
I think Bill Barr has to be investigated. Not retribution. You keep talking retribution.
No,
why you
because Trump said retribution, and you said retribution. Election, Twitter suspended Bannon's podcast. The episode also yanked from YouTube after he seemed to imply that Dr. Anthony Fauci and FBI Director Christopher Wray should be beheaded.
I'd actually like to go back to the old times of Tudor England. I'd put the heads on pikes, right? I'd put them at the two corners of the White House as a warning to federal bureaucrats. You either get with the program.
Time when Anthony Fauci and his family are facing death threats, when Christopher Wray and FBI agents all the way down are facing death threats, and you're going out and talking about putting their heads on pikes.
Trump supporters. How's that violent?
Just like the Revolution and the Civil War.
Well, no,
that was war.
No. But you're talking about the two great historical moments in our history,
which include a lot of bloodshed and violence.
You're talking about. Nobody could derive that we're calling for violence.
Okay, how about this?
Hold it, John.
Oh no, how about this?
We're winning at the ballot box. You know why?
Even because a lot of people have lied about it, quite frankly. You also said it's victory or death.
It's very simple: victory or death.
Well, I saw an army of protesters attack the Capitol on January 6th. 2021. The day before a pro-Trump mob stormed the Capitol on January 6th, Bannon told his podcast listeners,
all hell is going to break loose.
For weeks, he had been predicting a revolution.
Listen, the point that it's all converging, and now we're on, as they say, the point of attack, right? The point of attack tomorrow. And all I can say is strap in. The War Room, a posse. You have made this happen, and tomorrow it's game day.
You spoke to Donald Trump on the morning of January 6th. What did you talk about?
I don't remember, but it was something, I'm sure, the normal course of business. Remember, let's go back to January 6th, of what you guys, I'm sure, normal receipts.
Trump rarely gets specific about what his second term would look like, but Bannon does, pointing to the work of Trump allies like Project 2025 of the Heritage Foundation, which outlines a plan for replacing career civil servants with Trump loyalists throughout the government. If Trump wins, what does it look like? How is this different from the last?
Third is to stop these endless forever wars in Ukraine, in Israel, and around the South China Sea and Taiwan. That's the program of what he's going to drive to say we have to accomplish this. So I think a whole big part of Project 2025 is actually going into the apparatus, the post-constitutional Leviathan, and start to take apart the administrative state brick by brick.
You know, Trump's Project 2025 would end abortion, force people into marriages. It would ban books and just be an all-out assault on our freedoms.
Much more than 3,000. The Heritage Organization, Center for Renewing America, all these different organizations that are conservative or on MAGA are training tens of thousands. 3,000 will be the first wave that hits that will really staff the Trump government at every level, from Department of Energy, Department of Defense. Every billet that needs to be filled will be filled pretty quickly in the second term.